Hi Apollonia, good morning. I'm Miss Gallardo, and this morning we are going to read a passage and we are going to have a comprehension question of this little passage, okay? And after we read the passage, we are going to have a practice of sequencing. Do you know what is a sequencing means? The meaning of the word sequencing? Kind of. Okay, sequencing is like putting things together from first to the last. It's following a sequence. It's like following steps of the events. And on the reading, I need you to read carefully, to read it slowly, and then try to understand how the story is developing, and you can have a sequence of the events. This is our first step activity. Our second step activity is going to answer with simple questions. We're going just to with numbers, okay? We have a serial of numbers here from 1 to 8. Options is just 8 questions about what event was first. What event wasn't first, the second, the third, the fourth, until we have the 8th. And at the end, I'm going just to ask you one simple question, okay, about what do you understand and what do you think is happening. Okay, so are you ready to start reading? We are going to read together, let's say the first paragraph together, read aloud together, and then I'm going to let you, or we can read together all, okay? All right, let's start. 1, 2, 3. Terence learns how we see colors. Terence was excited about his new watercolor set. He loved to draw and paint. He liked to draw and paint race cars, airplanes, and trucks. He liked to use all kinds of colors in his pictures. He was learning how to mix colors together to make new and interesting colors. Pause. Did you see any word that you don't know the meaning of the word? If you can find one in this first paragraph, I need you, please, I want you just to underline the word and write it in this notepad so we can talk about the word and find the meaning later and we can practice it, okay? Anytime, just raise your finger, underline. We don't need to stop again, just underline the word and then we can do it. All right, let's continue. Let's start all over again, okay? Terence was excited about his new watercolor set. He loved to draw and paint. He liked to draw and paint race cars, airplanes, and trucks. He liked to use all kinds of colors in his pictures. He was learning how to mix colors together to make new and interesting colors.
He showed one of his new pictures to his dad. One day his dad said, "These are such amazing colors. Do you know how our eyes see different colors?" Terence had never thought about it before, but he was interested. "No," he said, "we just see them, I guess." "Well," said his dad, "it's a little more complicated than that. Tells me then." Terence said, "Maybe it will help me learn how to mix cool new colors." "All right," Terence's dad said, but first you need to know about light. A light beam is made up of smaller beams of different colors. Our eye sees these many colors beams as colorless, but when a light beam hits an object, our eye sees that object as a certain color. This is because the object absorbs all of the color beams except one. The color that isn't absorbed is the color we see. Terence thought about all this for a bit. He thought he understood what his dad was saying. "What else can you tell me about color?" he asked. "I think you're really going to like hearing about how the color wheel works, his dad said, but right now it's time for dinner.
Good job. Now, on the second page, we have these questions, and what we're going to do is going to read one at a time, one by one, and then we are going to select the order. I mean, we're going to read the first one, and you say, this is how the reading start. So we're going just to reading, and when you identify how the reading start, what happened first, we're going to say this happened first, and then we're going to choose a second option, what was next, and then to follow in the sequence of the events. All right, so let's say the number one say Terrence showed one of his new pictures to his dad. This is the first event of the story? No. Okay, can you please help me to read the second one?
Terrence dad said that when a light beam hits an object, the object absorbs all of the color beams except one.
This is the first event of the reading? No. Okay, so what will happen next? Let's see. Third option.
Terrence was excited about his new watercolor set.
What do you think about it?
First,
That could be an option, right? Okay, let's read the second. We'll put a mark on it. That could be a good option. So let's keep reading. What is then the number 4?
Terrence dad asked him if he knew
how he know. Terrence dad asked him if he know how our eyes see different colors. Do you think that's our option? No, I don't think so. Can you read, please, this next one?
Terrence was learning to mix colors together to make new and interesting colors.
I remember to see that at the beginning, but let's read all of options first, and then we can choose together, okay? What's the next one?
The color beam that is not absorbed when a light beam hits an object is the color our eyes see.
Do you think that's no? Okay, the next one.
Terrence asked his dad what else he could tell him about colors.
And the last one.
Terrence's dad said that a light beam is made up of smaller beams of different colors.
No, I don't think so. So, okay, now we read the options that we have, and we need to put them in order, okay, as a sequence of events. So, which one we thought that it's going to be the first option?
Terrence was excited
about his new color set. Okay, so answer the question as that happened first. What happened first? There is one, so let's answer it like a number 1. Okay, so what happened next? What happened next about when Terrence was excited about his new watercolor? What he was doing? What he did? What Terrence did?
Terrence was learning to mix colors together to make new and interesting colors.
Yes, I think that's the right answer. So this is the second option. This answer. Remember that we need to choose from 1 to 8. Put these events in order from 1 to 8. So this is the number 2 event. So what is the third event of this option that we have left?
Terrence showed one of his new pictures of
to his dad. He has a new color set. He saw that the colors were very nice and interesting, and then he went to his dad and he showed the picture. Okay, so this is going to be our number 3. Then after he showed his daddy, what Terrence did? Dad asked him if he knew how he has a conversation with daddy about if he knew about the different colors that eyes were seeing. So this is a number 4. And then what happened? He has a conversation with his dad, so we are in the middle of a conversation, okay? So
Terrence's dad said that the light beam is made of smaller beams of different colors.
Correct. So this happens. And then what happened? What Terrence's dad say or did?
Terence Dad said that when a light beam hits an object, the object absorbs all of the color beams except light.
Exactly. We are putting pieces together about Terence and Terence Dad's conversation. So that's a good option, a good answer. So we have two options left. So we have, what is the next one?
The color beam that is not absorbed when a light beam hits an object is the color of our eyes.
Correct. Do you think that's the which is the last part, the last step?
Terence asked his dad what else he could tell him about colors.
So can you answer those questions for yourself? Perfect. So, okay, I'm gonna just ask you one last, we're missing one last step. Reread the last paragraph of the story. And what do you think, what probably happened next in the story? Can we read it again? The last paragraph. Let's read the last paragraph. I think you're really going to like hearing about how the
colors wheels works, his dad said, but right now it's time for games.
So, what probably happened next? What do you think that's gonna happen next? Dale, can you tell me? And what do you think is happening next? What do you think that's happening next?
I think his dad is gonna show him about the color wheel.
Perfect. That's a good option. And look at me. I want to thank you for doing this. Okay?